Alright fellas, back on this C4, and I did figure some stuff out. Alright, this right here, you see I wrote TC with an arrow pointing and how many teeth are on it. This is a 26 tooth input shaft. And this side goes the long side, the taller gear goes in the torque converter, and this side here is only 24 teeth. This side goes inside the transmission, the shorter side. So, and I wrote that on there, TR for trans with an arrow pointing and how many teeth are on it. This one's 24. This is all backwards with this camera facing this direction. And this one's a 26. Yeah, so I figured that out and got some more stuff figured out here, so I'm gonna put that down. I figured out how to get the snap ring off. It was actually not all that hard. I didn't realize it, but the planet, don't want to lose that, put that down. All right, the planetary thing, this pops out without having to remove the snap clip. And then I can get my pliers in there, my tool, to remove the clip, which is what I did. So I got this out and the snap ring off and went ahead and pulled this shaft here out. Okay, and everything looks good. Nothing's missing. The three little like piston ring things that right there, I don't know, you probably can't tell if they're there, but they're like piston rings that go into grooves. There's three of them. Those are not broken. They're all there and they move fine. It all looks pretty good. So I don't think I'm gonna have to do anything with the rear of this transmission. Plus, let me see if I can get a light in there. Where'd my flashlight go? Right there it is. Everything looks good back there. All the springs are there. They're not broken from what I can see. The rollers are all in there. Everything looks good. And so I'm not gonna mess with the rear of this trans at all. Only thing I'm gonna be doing is throwing in some new bearings, or not new bearings, new clutches. And I think I'm good. And I think the reason my torque converter was stuck in the trans is because I had the input shaft facing the wrong direction. And that's probably what caused all the problems. It wasn't spinning the torque converter to pump it. If that's probably what, well, not properly, the torque converter wasn't spinning the pump, I mean. In order to pump it, I think that was what caused all the problems. I'm still gonna get everything completely cleaned out, greased up, and put back together. But, you know, the only problem I am seeing is with the torque converter, with the input shaft, and that set of clutches. And it's completely filled with clutch dust, and that's probably because it wasn't pumping properly in order to turn the input shaft, in order to pump the trans pump. And they were probably mostly dry, and it probably just burnt right through them. So I think I just need to get a clutch set and possibly a new torque converter, and I think I'll be good. I think this trans will be just fine. And now I know a little bit more about trans. I watched a bunch of videos in there on rebuilding C4s, and to learn, you know, a little bit about them, and a little more than what I knew by far. And I think this one's gonna be fine. All I gotta do is just replace those clutches, and that should be it, I think. Yeah, I think so. All right, next time. Had a fellas back out here in the shop. I've been working on a different vehicle for the last few days, helping somebody else out, so I haven't been filming. Sorry, my beard's bothering me. I need to get it brushed out better. Anyways, I had my car out radioactive out of the garage, and it's been outside. And I got it back in here. And I think where we left off was the hood, where I have to get some bars welded from down there up to here to stiffen this up and hold it steady. Other than that, doing the transmission, I got the kit in. That's that white box sitting there. I haven't opened it yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and get working on this transmission, getting it cleaned up and getting it all put back together. And you can just watch me and ride along. All right, fellas, that was a fight, but I got that transmission back together. I forgot where some of the parts went. I had to go in and look it up, but I got it figured out. And I'm pretty sure everything's good. There's some things I didn't replace on it. Like I didn't replace some of the O-rings. I didn't replace any of the O-rings actually. They all seemed pretty good. They were all lubricated and they weren't crusty, and I could move them with my fingers, you know, pushing on them and stuff. And so the O-rings all seemed good. I wasn't going to go through the hassle of changing them all. And the rings, the metal rings on the shaft, they seem pretty good too. I didn't see no scratches in them. They're all moving good, no problems. As far as I can see, everything's been blown through, so there's no debris, nothing's clogged. So hopefully now that I have the shafting correctly, I got new clutches in it. I just have to adjust them, tighten them down to approximately 10 foot-pounds and back them off 1.5 turns. But other than that, it's all back together. All I got to do now is try and get it back up in the car, which I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet. Ooh, but I'll figure it out one way or another. Alright, gonna show you the torque converter. Alright, it slid right on with no problem. It's not hitting the back where those bolts are. So I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, that I had that shaft in backwards. So, so we'll see. Maybe I ruined the torque converter, maybe it's gonna work. Only one way to find out. Worst case scenario, I'll have to pull the transmission back down and put a new torque converter in it. And I got the money saved up for that, so if I need to order a new torque converter, I will. Alright fellas, transmission's back in. I got it all bolted in and back up in there. Let's see. You can really see the bell housing there. It's there. So I'm calling it for right now. I'll go ahead and I'll get this video uploaded so you guys got something, and try and get it back started tomorrow. But I am whooped. Every part of me hurts way bad, and I'm calling it for tonight. I'm done. So y'all have a good one. Builds&More out. Alrighty fellas, we're gonna fire this thing up and see if it'll go into gear. Currently I went ahead and topped off the transmission. Still had the same fluid in the torque converter. I didn't empty that out, but all the rest of it's new fluid, and it's reading over full right now. I haven't started it, but this is how we're going to find out if the pump or transfer case is shot, or transfer case, the pump or the torque converter. Oh my God, my brain is shot. Have mercy. Anyways, all right, so here we go. give it a minute to warm up. I gotta open up the doors so I can get some airflow through here. It's a little low, about a pint low, half a quart. currently have no gears, but I don't know if that's because it's low or if the torque converter is no good. So what I'm going to do is take the line off the side of the transmission inside and see if it shoots fluid out and see if it's pumping. I'll be right back. I got the clamp off, but the hose isn't wanting to come off. I gotta go around the other side. Well, it's not pumping anything, so I think either the torque converter's shot or there's something about the pump that I don't know that's bad about it. I mean, it's a real simple pump, but it did suck the fluid down, which is weird because it was over full on the stick and now it's reading low. Maybe it's got an airlock. Maybe I just need to get some more fluid in there, which is what I'll do. Top it off until it stops sucking it down. I'm going to leave that hose off for right now, because if that fluid is not flowing, then the rear of the trans isn't getting properly lubricated. So I probably, most likely I've ruined the torque converter and I need to just order another torque converter. Worst possible, I may call it quits on this trans and just go to the salvage yard, grab another trans and torque converter, put it in here, make sure it shifts, and then drop the valve body and put my rebuilt valve body with the shift kit in it and go from there. We'll see. I'll let you guys know, but for now we're done here, so I'll let you go. Get this video uploaded.